Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your first time. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you're returning, thank you. It's so lovely to have you here once again. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I post a new video. So yes, we're going straight into the video. Sometime this week, or was it last week, I was going through YouVersion, and the verse of the day was something that really resonated with me, and I thought to share with you guys because because I feel like it's something that a lot of us struggle with, and I believe that we'll find helpful and we'll feel encouraged after watching this video. So in that verse, Paul was talking to Timothy, and it was just encouraging him, because Timothy was a young leader at the time. And when you're put in a leadership position, it comes with a lot of responsibility. And trust me, it's not easy to be in that position, especially if you're a young person. There's a lot of internal struggle that you must struggle with, and all of those things. And I believe that Paul knew that that was something that Timothy must struggle with, and he decided to write that particular text to him. So 2 Timothy 2 verse 15, it says, "Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved, a worker who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly handles the word of truth." So Timothy was a young leader, and I don't know what was going through his mind. Maybe he thought, am I young? Am I doing it right? Am I qualified? What are people saying? Are they saying I'm too young? Am I doing a good job? And I'm sure, I don't know, maybe all of those thoughts would have been running through his mind, because if you put any young person in leadership, there'll be the thought of, okay, am I doing it well? Am I not too young to be in this position? However, when Apostle Paul wrote that message to Timothy, one of the things that he said was that present yourself to God as approved. The reality of the truth is that God is the only one that matters. His approval is all that matters. It doesn't matter what people are saying, because trust me, people are going to talk. If you do it, they will talk. If you don't do it, they will not talk. So why don't you walk in purpose? Why don't you walk in the calling that God has called you to, knowing fully well that you are doing what God wants you to do, irrespective of what people will say, because people will talk. And I think that's one of the things that I'm trying to tell myself, or I'm trying to learn, and I've got a lot of people tell me, is that don't care about what people say, because people will have their own opinion, they will have their judgments about you. But the truth of the matter is that, are you doing exactly what God wants you to do? Because that is the most important thing. If you allow yourself to be moved by what people say, the chances of you not fulfilling purpose is going to be very slim. Because the truth of the matter is that when you start talking about things that you like, or things that God has called you to do, people will have their opinion. They might not be okay with you. People will say that you're young, they will say you're not experienced, they say you don't have the educational qualifications. They will say, how old are you that you're talking about relationship? How long have you been married that you're talking about marriage? What do you even know about marriage? What do you know about parenting? People will just have so many opinions. They will judge you, they will disapprove, some of them will even approve. But if you are moved by what people say, or if you allow yourself to be influenced by people's approval or disapproval, you might not fulfill purpose. And truth of the matter is that it's important for us to live for an audience of one, and that is God. God has called you to a particular purpose. He has called you for a particular mission. Do it. Don't care what people are saying. Trust me, as I'm recording this video, I am also encouraging myself because I remember when I started my channel, one of the things that I love talking about was relationships. I don't even know why. From when I was a young girl, I love talking about relationships, and I feel like it was something that God had put in my heart. Because trust me, when I was let me even go into story. But yeah, like I just love talking about relationship. And I remember there was this video that I did in, was it 2020 or 2021, when I was talking about things to look for when you're in a spouse. I'm like, who gave me the audacity to talk about spouse? Like, I'm like, Mope is the audacity for me, because I did not care. I was not even bothered about what people were saying. It did not even cross my mind. It was just something that I had passion for. But when people started to come to me to say, you this young girl, what do you know? What do you know about relationships? How old are you? Blah 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 blah. You've only just, so many things that people have come to say to me that have, stifled me, and it has made me question, my qualifications, or if I'm truly in the right position to talk about it. It made me go back into my shell, or make me afraid. And trust me, the Bible tells us that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but He has given us a sound mind. He has given us a bold spirit, so that we are able to do what He has what He has called us to do. And that is the truth. As a young person, even if you are old, you are burdened, or you are stifled because of what people are saying, today this video is for you. I am encouraging you. Don't hold back on what God has called you to do, back because of what people will say, because trust me, people will always say something. And trust me, 1 year, 2 years, they will not even remember. But it's God's approval that it's most important to you, and it should be the most important thing to you, okay? That I am making peace with is that, so when compared to what God has called me to do, when compared to the purpose of my life, your feelings is very inconsequential, or what you think is very, very inconsequential. I am going to pleasure myself in fulfilling God's purpose, and not caring about what you think or what you don't think, because trust me, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this video is to encourage anyone who feels held back, or who feels stifled, or maybe God has even told you to do something, or you just put it aside because you're afraid of what people will say, or you don't want to be judged, or you don't want to be, people might not support you. People might be like, what is this one even doing now? They've already come back. Everybody's talking about relationship. Everybody's always talking about something. There is no one unique thing in this world, because trust me, everybody is doing something, but the uniqueness is you, because not everybody is you. Not everybody's going to see things from your perspective. Not everybody's going to have, nobody's going to be able to put things together the way you're able to do it. So yes, you might be talking about relationship, you might be talking about money, about you might be a pastor, you might be anything. Everybody is doing it. There are a lot of people in that area, but what that area lacks is you. You are the important person. You are the factor, okay? You bring your own unique perspective. You bring your own unique personality, okay? And there are a lot of lives that are attached to you doing what God has called you to. So do not hold back because of what people think, okay? So stop living for the crowd and live for the audience of one, which is your maker, the one that has called you and has given you this great assignment, okay? Thank you so much. I hope you've been encouraged. Please share your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.